Nigel, first and foremost, great to see you back. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back, and and it's really good to be back. But it's frustrating, but it's for me, and I've also got to be very wary of my health, of course, as everybody has to be. So I'll be behaving myself. Let's put it like that.
You've had a lot of messages of support from people who've been very touched by that.
Yeah, it's the club have been brilliant to start with, but I've had lots of well wishes from people, strangers, people I know. It's been really rather flattering and good to know that people are caring anyway. So and you need it, like I'm like anybody else. You become unwell, and it's not exactly a pleasant experience. But I've come back fighting before.
You missed the Millwall and Peterborough games. Were you? I don't know what state of health you were in at the time, but were you prowling the floor of the house? Or?
No. And the reason for that is confidence in not just the staff, but where the players are at themselves. I think I have talked at length about what we are trying to do, and that is to create an atmosphere and an environment in which the players drive it. So I think we are at a stage now where the team is still being developed, and we're still trying to create a style of play which reflects very much our values as well, and our beliefs, which again, I don't know whether that sounds a bit cliche-ish, but that's what it needs to be. And I suppose it's always quite I wouldn't choose to use it as an exercise, but it's very reassuring to know that it doesn't matter whether somebody like myself or another key member of staff is not available for any one time, that the process goes on, and I think that's fantastic. It gives me, and I think that the staff and players take an awful lot of credit for that. So, I didn't really waste too much nervous energy about it. I think it was the Millwall game was a game which could have gone either way, but was probably a draw probably would have been a fair result. And of course the players really battled very, very hard against Peterborough in horrific conditions, but no, it's a great away day for us, and so we continue to develop as a team, and I think that's the most important thing.
The main thing that Curtis emphasised ahead of Peterborough was the need to play to our strengths and concentrate on what we can do. Mm-hmm. Is that even more important come Saturday against Bournemouth?
Very much so. I think what Curtis has always said, or has said a few times this week, is he wasn't here last year, so I think he's very keen to show his contribution. No, Kurt's been great since he's been here, as have the other staff, and absolutely right. I mean, we will, when we prepare for every game, it is about trying to find the weaknesses of our opponents, and of course be aware of the strengths and weaknesses, but ultimately it's how we go out and perform ourselves. And I think one thing this year so far, we've been consistently better. We've had our good days where we've played very well. Results haven't always gone the way that we would like on those days, and we've had occasional lapses where we've not quite been at our best. But I don't think our consistency's been too bad at all. I think we've played at a relatively high standard. What we have to get is those finishing touches. We need to be sometimes be a bit more ruthless. We clearly need to score more goals at home, and that would give us the better chance of winning games. And people will be talking about how many games it is since we've won at home. So what a great one to win this weekend, and that's the only way that we're looking at it, is be a great one for us to win in the context of the season, because I think we're doing okay. We feel that we're making progress with a tighter squad. So today in training, for instance, we've got almost everybody back. So it's we're in a decent situation, actually.
But I was going to ask about Dave Rennie. Last week, talked to Robin's TV about the availability of players and ensuring, and I suppose with a smaller squad, you need pretty much every player fit and available. Do you feel after 11 games that we're in a good position?
Yeah, I do. But I'm also a realist. I know there's going to be days that players aren't available. But Dave's a really big team player as well. So he's somebody who's, again, pragmatic, very, very skilled in his own area, and is very open to sharing information with the players. And I think that's really been the biggest shift this year. Is I think the players have always had the not just the ability, but the thirst for educating themselves about themselves, and they've very much bought into how we've changed things, and consequently, yes, the communication within the club is much better than it used to be, and so simple things like avoiding picking up injuries. I mean, that's the thing. Quite often that can happen through poor communication as much as anything. But I think we set the standards very high in pre-season. The players bought very much into how they wanted to change themselves, and they're aware that if they're going to be selected for the side, they've got to be able to do the job that whichever position that is requires, and they've got to be able to do the legwork first. So I think that speaks for itself. Then the challenge is to make sure that physically you're fit, and with that comes the robustness. So the robustness is the added ingredient which helps to avoid injury. It's injury prevention, and I think you can see that working with a tighter squad gives benefits. I've just had a chat with a player before I came in here now who, he's played this season. He's currently not even been on the bench, and it's a really difficult one. But as I pointed out to him, your next chance may not be too far away. The big challenge for him at the moment is to be ready when that challenge comes along. Because if he's not ready and he doesn't take his chance, then it's not about apportioning blame. I'm just saying to players that it's in a tight squad, there will be opportunities, and then it's up to you to take it.
We had a few players missing against Peter and Nathan, Jay, Naki. They've had a bit of a chance to rest and recover. You talked earlier about having a near fully fit squad. Are they likely to be kind of in the mix for the weekend?
Yeah, they're all training today. Jay is as well. So
good. And Antoine, Robbie, Tommy, they're a bit.
Antoine's just said he's going to be out a bit longer yet. But Tommy's making really good progress. Yeah.
And Saturday, are you personally looking forward to getting back into match day? I know he's only been 2 games, so are you looking forward personally to getting back onto the side of the pitch?
Yeah, I'll probably be upstairs for this one though.
Okay.
I think there's I think the roles that we share amongst us are very important. I think against a side like Bournemouth, I quite like to have an overview. Kurt can be on the line. For me, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's not something that I'm going to say I'm going to be upstairs or I'm going to be on the touchline. It's what I feel is right on any given occasion, and of course, it's sometimes dictated to by, especially in away games, the where you can sit and what the vantage point is. So, I mean, for instance, when we played Cardiff away, I think I'd have been sat about 4 rows back. So there's no point in doing that.